Now, a citizen of Queensland was deeply upset when he saw Legates et al. And realised what Cook et al. Had done. So he went to Queensland Police and he swore out a complaint saying that the perpetrators of the original paper had, in issuing that paper, also perpetrated a fraud. They had made money for themselves as researchers by pretending to do research showing this 97.1% consensus when their own data file, which I made them produce, it took me 3 weeks to get it from them, showed that actually they had themselves counted only 0.3%. And the Queensland Police investigated, and they reported back to that citizen that a deception had occurred. But the social scientist concerned, who'd written this paper, had by then left Australia, and so there was nothing they could do. They also said they would have found it difficult to quantify the sheer magnitude of the damage done to people's pockets by the belief engendered by this paper that there really was a scientific consensus which does not in fact exist. How many of you have seen in any mainstream news medium any report of Queensland Police's finding about Cook et al. 2013? I see no hands. So is it really the existential threat that we're told it is? Well, the simplest way to find out is to go to the people who actually keep the data on how many people are dying because of bad weather worldwide. And you'll see that the number of people dying from general natural disaster deaths, at red along the bottom here, earthquakes, tsunamis, volcanoes and such, has remained more or less constant, even though the population of the world has roughly tripled over the period of this graph. But look what's happened to the blue line, the annual climate-related deaths. It has plummeted, and it's a tiny, tiny fraction. That little star at the right-hand end in blue, that's the 2020 figure. That's the most recent figure those data sets will produce. And that is what's actually happening